We are cooperating with the authorities investigating us as a result of the case. However, it's too early to speculate on any outcome of the investigations.
I should have taken a more active role in the Estonian branch. Secondly, I should have monitored the closing down of the non-resident portfolio more closely. And thirdly, I should have taken initiative on the investigation earlier.
Our editor-at-large, Craig Copetas, joins us now from Paris. Hello there, Craig. So what is likely to happen next in the DOJ investigation?
Well, the U.S. is going to come in. They're going to try and prosecute under Section 311 of the Patriot Act, extraterritorial application of U.S. law. U.S. dollars were involved. But I think it's important to point out that this amount has not yet been identified as illicit. We're talking about $230 billion, 6,200 clients, and I think the most amazing statistic in all this is that between 2008 and 2017, there was over $1 trillion in cross-border flows. That's an astonishing amount of money.
It is indeed. Now, there are several investigations currently underway, but why is it so important now that the US is involved? This has kicked it into a whole different league, hasn't it?
Well, yes, it has. When this happened a number of years ago with BNP Paribas for their alleged trading with Iran and Cuba and Syria, they got fined $10 billion by the United States government. The instance with Halkbank in Turkey for purchasing oil from Iran. We now have a Halkbank banker in jail. The U.S. is, and there are other instances, the U.S. is very aggressive on this. So what Danske Bank has done is they initially put aside, let me just check her, they initially ring-fenced about $800 million for fines, thinking that they could get out of this with paying fines. Then they ring-fenced it up to $1.7 billion. Now it looks as if those fines, if you go by the velocity of what's happened in the past and this $1 trillion worth of cross-border transactions, this fine could be double, triple, who knows, the $10 billion that the U.S. slapped on BNP Paribas.
Yeah, I suppose the fundamental issue is that it's very hard for a bank, or anyone really, to escape the U.S. financial system, isn't it?
No, it can't be done because the U.S. dollar is the global currency, and U.S. law reads that if anyone who does business with U.S. dollars falls under the jurisdiction of the United States. So if the U.S. doesn't like how a company or a country or an individual spends his dollars or gets his dollars, they can extraterritorially enforce U.S. law. This has been going on for many years. There's a lot of controversy about it. Because it's important here that the sanctions that the U.S. will likely say the bank broke were U.S. sanctions, not United Nations sanctions. Right. And that is a significant difference here. The money coming out of Russia here, remember, Russia is a sovereign nation. Under Russian law, could be quite legitimate under Russian law.
Yeah, very quickly, Craig, the European Union is putting in place some tough new anti-money laundering rules. If they had been in place, would they have been able to stop the Danske Bank scandal?
I don't think so, Azar. Europe, again, is not a country. It's a confederation of bureaucrats. They don't have the clout. They have their member states that they have to deal with to do these investigations, unlike the United States, which just unleashes, the Justice Department.
Right. We're going to have to leave it there, I'm afraid. Craig Copetas in Paris. Thank you.